I say whoa now dad to the 99 whoa. It's your boy the 2+1 coming back with another video. And I ain't got no topic, right? So I'm gonna just see whatever come to mind. Just left Planet Fitness, little leg day, and I added in the bicepials, you know what I'm talking about? Drink some cold carb bath from earlier. Yeah. I'm just go with this one. Cause I didn't want to go to the gym. I'm actually outside of my hometown to meet up with a partner of mine around about 9 o'clock. It's about 7:30 now. So of course, as usual, as I try to be, I'm always super early, right? Yeah, man. So I still got some time to kill, run around, do whatever. But I actually slept in my car last night, even though I had the money to get a hotel. I just elected not to do it, but I went to the hotel parking lot and got in the back. I guess I slept about 3 hours, if that's what you want to call it. I don't know if I slept, but I did have a wild dream about door dashing. I don't know, that was just kind of mysterious. But I think I was subconsciously aware that I wasn't in like a secure setting. You know what I'm saying? Or like I was in a car. You feel me? So I think I subconsciously knew that as I attempted to rest. I got up about 3 hours. I said, man, let me get my day started. Because it was about 5:30 when I woke up. I got there about 2. I said, let me get my day started. You know what I mean? So I said, let me knock out this gym junk. Didn't want to do it, was dragging. Got in there. I ain't go super hard. But I went, I pressed through it. And I actually stayed longer than I expected. And I added it, like I said, some bicepials, right? Which then helps me come with this topic of doing the hard things, right? And I know even when I was younger, because of my idealism and then me being slightly, not just sheltered from the world, but also isolated geographically. Like I didn't see a whole lot unless it was on TV. And then during that time, it was only like 4 or 5 TV channels. So I had this image of life and what mine would be like constructed in my brain, right? And it was nothing like that. Like, I'll be honest, like I actually had a hard time dealing with stuff because, and I just recently became even more self-aware of this, like, why is this happening? I don't deserve this, or nothing that I did would warrant this. And even if somebody told, I still don't think I would get it. But, life happens, man, you just deal with it. But I can say, and I talk to, the clients that I interact with, like all the hard situations within the last 7 years that I've gone through have actually prepared me to operate the way I operate now. To the point where, now I ain't on no David Goggins type of tip. I would say I'm in the, even though I smoke cigarettes, top 10% mentally. Not, I mean, you think, oh, I've been through it all, and then something else have like, oh, wow, that blew that out of the water, right? But as I attempt to submit to the Most High, right, he tell me he ain't gonna put no more on me than I can bear. And I can actually bear up with it. What messes me up is when I get all into like the why, and I get stuck there instead of effectively working through it. Being able to effectively work through stuff, let me tell, I'm leaps and bounds, not in no egotistical way, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, than the vast majority of people I run into. As I've grown and evolved, I now see how easily triggered people are. I see how impulsive people are. I see how they lack stoicism and the ability to be strategic, delayed gratification, setting up the pieces on the chessboard. I like to believe that if I'm pitted against another, even though we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, that I can beat them mentally without having to go to violence or, hyper masculinity or selling a bunch of wool tickets. And I take great, even though I'm not a prideful guy, I take great pride in that. And then I think that's where maybe some of the stoicism comes from, where I don't have to try to promote who I am. I already know. And I know you can't fool with me, right? And for those who are on a similar path or on that level or above, they operate the same way because it's in you. It's not on you. How does it get in you? It gets forged in you, as the word, through the fire of affliction to refine you. I wouldn't be what I am now had I not gone through all the stuff I prayed to God to get me out of. Now I'm praying He release me from the new post cigarettes. Because I do feel, significantly, like I'm not as strong. Of course, I'm not as strong as I could be. Man, I'd be a motherfucking monster. So y'all pray my strength, Lord, about these daggone new posts. It's the last demon, other than, honestly, lust. Even though I don't engage in it. But I'm getting better with that as far as from a mental construct. Because like I say, I go to the gym, right? So, they got the yoga pants on, woot the walk wham, right? And I'll be like, in my mind, I'll be like, man, I would woo the woo, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm breaking out of that, like I said, okay, but I know it ain't for me, and I just know that from a spiritual level. Because, again, I realize I live in Babylon, and the vast majority of people are what they call them, like, non-playable characters. Like if I'm the main character in GTA, everyone else is on the board, but they're just programmed to operate, move a certain way. They're programmed, if I get in their proximity, they're programmed to behave or respond a certain way, which is a lot of it, because now, very seldom am I surprised by people. I'm almost, and I used to say this as a joke, when I was in a certain environment, right, and I objectively sized up the environment and what I'm going to have to do to get out of it, I said I'm damn near going to have to be like Master Sensei. Excuse me, y'all. Damn boogie. I'm damn near going to be like Master Sensei just to make an attempt at this, let alone any success. But I guess if the words hold true, if you speak something into existence enough, it'll darn sure happen. But yeah, I just wanted to drop a quick one about just going through hardship, man, embracing it. And I guess everyone on earth goes through some level of hardship, difficulty. It's just part of the existence on this plane, right? But I think it's different here in Babylon because of the superficial nature of the society and country we live in. So nobody wants to look like they're going through anything. With social media, so on and so forth, everybody want to act like they got it going on, or that they, got all this outward validation. Now I don't get that about none of that, because I've been not having it, and now I see how vain it is. So I'm one of the few that I personally know, other than a few of the brothers I listen to on YouTube, who is completely comfortable being by himself for an extended period of time, and it ain't vexing. Not no more. I've been in it so long. Now that's not to say I wouldn't, as a human, I desire companionship when it's healthy and right, as I aspire to be healthy and right. But all that other, no sir, just for, I'm bored on a Saturday night, she fat, let me, no. Because I can already generally assume, from educated deduction, she has the same mentality as most women. I'm seeing the same spirited woman with a different face everywhere I go. Especially if it's the proverbial B-dub. She's narcissistic, you can't tell her nothing, you can't trust her. You know what I'm saying? She's going to be dismissive, she's going to attempt to emasculate you if you show you care. But if you operate very aloof, or just, do your own thing and don't care nothing about them, it's crazy how you'll respect me if I respect myself enough not pay you no mind. Man, this shit crazy, y'all. But then, like I'll tell somebody, no, it ain't. This is exactly what's supposed to go on for the time period we living in. Because if it wasn't going on so prevalent, that would make the word a lie. You know what I'm saying? So all the stuff is supposed to happen. And I guess as we continue to go forward in history, to a greater degree. So, I'm trying to set myself up, but I'm also catching myself in this way, right? I'm kind of as I've always been, at the mercy of the Most High. Um, so I can try, and he may allow me to do certain things, learn certain things, so on and so forth. But if I was actually able to facilitate on my own all the things I'm attempting to do, then I wouldn't be in total and utter dependence to my Heavenly Father like He wants. Because if I'm operating like, oh, I can do this by myself and da da da, then I'll become my own idol in the land of idol worship. Technically, I'm idolizing these cigarettes, but I keep it real in the battlefield. I tell you what it is. I tell you my shortcomings and fault. Like Paul said, I'll boast of my affliction. Cause try and believe, your boy has come a mighty long way internally. I'm just now, as of recently, like the last year or so, beginning to manifest things outwardly or goals I had set to hit. But I had to have the character built first in order to handle it once he gave it to me. So the hardship was actually a good thing. All the stuff I thought was good, like getting high, drunk, going here, going there, messing with these people, all that shit, after it was all said and done with, I desire none of it. I don't miss none of it. None of that. It was all fool's gold. And I knew it at the time. But again, in my idealism, I just wanted to, and I still had that desire for that deeper level connection with people. But that's going to be hard to do in a place where everyone is soulless, because their souls have been depleted through, certain impositions on society or repeated behaviors. You know what I mean? But let me get out here and holler at my homeboy so we can get some business done. I'm going to holler at y'all. Ooh, ah!